kill. That's one more weapon limited. Crims will run away, saves the op. And Fnatic now will hit into the double digits, but it's late. There's only one left for NIP.
Yeah. And, well, NIP did know the situation with Fnatic's money, so Forest just went for those exit kills. That was very important. Having just one player from Fnatic survive this round is going to make a difference in how much equipment they're going to be working with. And as we can see, there's a Galil on the play. They still got a reasonable amount of nades to work with. I think they're probably gonna be fine with it, but there's always going to be a dent, no matter what.
The first one goes the way of Olaf. As Forest drops down, so again it's an early kill for Fnatic to work with. As Crims is out towards Squeaky, they're going to fall back off this. They don't stick around on A main. That late smoke that came out from Get Right does buy.
Alu and Freiburg, Forest, and the whole team holding those angles. It's not going to be easy. They just relied on their individual play a bit too much there, I believe. They should have. Not sure if they had any smokes and flashes left, but not probably the right play to just go middle aiming if you don't have any of those utilities to use.
Shot comes out from Forest, and again, the Ninjas have the early advantage. It's Pronax to drop this time, of course. You mentioned it. No rifles to work with, but still, we've seen how effective ecos can be in Global Offensive. I don't think that needs to be stated for anyone who's been following the game over the last 6 months, in particular with the Tech 9.
Yep.
Although we don't see any of those out, interestingly enough.
Yeah, I don't think the money situation of Fnatic allows that at this point.
So Flusha falls off of it. Exist does catch Olaf on the way out. Alu's going to get up close. Nice shot on the first one.
Yeah, Freiburg got that kill on Flusha. They knew at that point there was only going to be one guy on B, but they just took way too much time on entering that site, and that gave JW all the time in the world to just rotate in the vents, get that kill, and what seemed like NIP really should have capitalized on, Fnatic just, they used their opportunity of the time that NIP spent entering that site. And I think the team flash that happened actually contributed quite a bit on that time that was spent on pushing that B site. I think it was a team flash, wasn't it?
It was a team flash that came out, actually. Yeah, Freiburg just went in a little bit too soon. So Olaf gets the first shot this time. Get Right drops. Freiburg tries to come back out, and they're limited back to pistols just after that one loss, even though they had 3 in a row. As Crims goes back, Freiburg down, waiting the game just like Apex does in that position, gets overlooked, and then pops out when you least expect it. As JW again aggressively out toward aims that can make a difference, but they've got 4 rounds. They do leave an op behind, though. They didn't want to stick with that double op setup.
And Fnatic is going to have to survive without an op. It's going to be all calls on every one of them. So let's see if that's going to, again, make Fnatic do some kind of a push on on either side of the map. Because a lot of the time when you see 5 calls on a team, you see them try and do early pushes on one of the sides. It could be A main, which they've done before, or through B.
And again, this is exactly how TSM beat them. Just limit the rifles they can use. Keep them off their preferred weaponry.
What looked like a grim early half for NIP is turning out to be a decent half already. And this round, should they win this, it's going to be looking really good for NIP.
I mean, that's the big thing, because 3 in a row, it doesn't take much on T side to get something moving. It's a game. 2 unbelievable kills. JW drops as well. Flusha was trying to get over toward B to support, but that means mid's cracked open. Alu's already pushed up the highway. He's got to be careful. Exist needs to hold this angle because Flusha wants to get in behind Alu. They will smoke him off just in time, and Pronax is about to get swarmed from a split onto this A site. And in fact, he doesn't want to stay in the site itself. He's going to work toward A main, try and find cover there. This might be an efficient play, because if he can find Get Right on the way in, that means Flusha will come back around and they'll have the man advantage, and Flusha's already got Alu. But Get Right does find Pronax, and Exist trades off on Flusha. So now NIP, all those early picks. We highlighted Alu. We said his T-side mid needed to be strong because that's where Nip has been weak in the past. Oh, what? Freiburg, no idea Crims is in the corner. And an easy headshot there, but Alu, those 2 early kills, that gave them the mid presence, and look at how much difference it makes in the round, because now NIP are looking at 5.5 already.
Yeah, and Alu is type of, well, that should work, right?
Well, it should, but we'll go with Squeaky.
Squeaky's good.
Alu falls back outside of A main. The bomb's still down inside Big Garage. Exist is the one that's waiting there. And Olaf soloed in mid right now. He's playing it from the white box on top of the electrical spool. Alu is boosted now, but hasn't gone over the edge just yet.
Yeah, they're just waiting for the counter boost, actually.
And the interesting thing is we already saw Crimson Flusha go for that skybox boost. Skylight into Toxic at B. They didn't spot anyone from it, so they'll fall off it late, but it means there's no one quick rotating over toward mid to help Olaf or get information. Flusha now has to wait. There's a smoke out. He's going to pop flash it as well, but normally at this point, with 30 seconds left, we see Fnatic pushing out into the B tunnels to get the information. They haven't, but JW's got up close. He's in lockers. He catches them off. That's 2 huge kills. Bomb goes down, and this gun round just fell apart because they've got to recover this, and they have no plan to do so. 19 seconds left. Alu, all that's remains for NIP, takes down JW, and the nade collects. Next to drop. Easy wipe that time for NIP, and no answer right now from Fnatic, even though they went to the weapons. Yeah. They don't get much to work with. They'll go to the Tech 9s this time. Back to basics. Come on, boys. All 5 of them out. All the armor, all the nades to work with. And let's see if we get a stomp. They're going to try and rush somewhere. Is it going to be A or is it going to be B? It might actually be mid. No, it is going to be A.
Yeah. A lot of the times you see teams pushing that through the squeaky door, actually, with the Tech 9s, because you can just group up and push in the site with those things.
So they'll set up first at long for these long smokes. They're going to rain in. Forrest needs to make this call immediately. Get Right's going to be isolated when they do drop, and they have. He's got to come back in the site because Forrest is up close. The flash is out as well, and they're all in. They're all around the corner. Forrest is yet to be spotted. But these Tech 9s up close. Forrest gets the first. That's JW to drop, but there it is. Olaf goes right back into him. Get Right still isolated out of the site. They're easily going to get a bomb plant with that 5-7. Make it 2 as he comes all the way around the corner. And that means Flush is the last that's left. And Alu's going to go back to the op. Tries to spam away, and Flusha's in a world of hurt. He's got players on all sides, and Forrest will be the one to get the kill.
Do or
and
die.
We're 3 away from NIP taking over a 2-1 lead in the series, heading to Mirage, which I would still say favors Fnatic the way they're playing it. But again, is JW going to be limited? He likes to be a slide player at the window, drop down, cover the underpass. We're getting ahead of ourselves. That's the next map.
Yeah.
But there's still changes that can be made, and Nip's been reasonable on it. Alu's excellent on Mirage. The rest of the team still need to step it up.
But here, I think this is do or die situation. They for Fnatic, they're forcing it up. They're pushing middle early, getting picked apart.
Get Right. It tries to do early damage, but it's exist.
A lot of first picks in this map.
Yeah, I mean, his kill total's not through the roof. He's actually just, well, okay, so he leads, but he's on 17. He's not that far ahead, though. Get Right on 15, as is Forrest, but it's his impact frags. His openings in mid on T side, and now just getting this early pick. And another gets Flusha as well. This is huge for NIP.
Yep.
And this is why we highlighted him, because it had to be him to make this game work for them. It's been so weak at the start of rounds for them on cash recently, and now they're clawing into it. Remember, it's 1-1. NIP took Inferno. Cobble did go the way of Fnatic in the end, although NIP did make it interesting. Alu's going to find a third. It's Pronax going to get the fourth. Not able to connect the shot. Exist is there to support. He does find Olaf. Crims goes back at Alu in the end, but Exist will get the kill and fall back, pick up the op, and it's another one for NIP.
Yeah, a similar play we saw from NIP actually on their T side, and that did not work at all, where they're just basically walking into NIP's crosshair at this point. And when you have players like Oppers, and here he shows us the no-scoping skills, boom, goes Flusha. And it's a 6-2. But a lot of casualties for NIP, so that means it's going to limit the equipment that NIP is going to be able to buy on this round. It's going to make it that much harder for NIP. See how they work it with the equipment that they have.
The other thing about being wrong in that site means they used both nades they had on the retake. They couldn't flash off the backside of the site, so Alu was completely unimpeded. As Freiburg again goes for this boost. There's still lots of money on Fnatic's side, so as we can see, full rifles out, as well as the op. And again, it's not JW going for it. It is Olaf Meister, so I thought he might be the one to shy from it. Get Right's going to take down JW. Again, he gets aggressive on A main.
They really like to do that thing. They really like to either push A main or A door. But right now, NIP's patient play is...
Freiburg's just scouting out around the B tunnels. Olaf's already spotted this, though. Fires away. Nice headshot. Get Right drops immediately. And he's also got support from Crims directly beside him. So they've got 2 toward mid. JW again getting up close over toward A main, and he'll catch out Exist. And it's going to be Olaf again under threat. This time takes a bit of damage. Headshot comes out from the pistol, but from that range it won't be a kill. So he'll go back into Freiburg. Forrest drops as well. JW holding on tight over at A. He's got very low HP, down to 9, but Pronax is there to help him all the way through. And Alu drops. That's 2 straight rounds without a single kill going the way of NIP.
Exactly, and that's a huge issue. Looking at the money already.
In fact, I'm going to go one further. That's 3 straight. That's utterly insane. 3 straight rounds that NIP has yet to find a single kill. They have 2 in the entire match so far.
Yeah, and as we were talking, whoever gets the most tier rounds is going to be, is definitely is the key here. And so far, Fnatic is just seemingly one step ahead of NIP, at least here in the early round. Let's see what we have NIP doing. It's
game of numbers at that point. It's the CTs who actually need the economy and momentum to work in their favor on the defense. This time they do have the early pick, though. Exist does drop middle. JW over from the spools, catches him off. Alu still above, and he's going to spot the man. What a shot. Reaction onto Olaf. It looked like he was looking in that direction. Doesn't matter. But Flusha does get right immediately after. That leaves us in a 4-on-3. Freiburg still looking back toward Checker. From Toxic, spots over on the cross. That's Flusha to drop, and he wasn't ready for that when he fell back into the site. So we're even back up, and Forrest is out toward the vents. They'll be able to split it in. Alu's already there, and they are going to swarm this B site. Pronax held out, has to go up to heaven. Krim's flashed off, but that caught Freiburg as well, so he falls back away, and they haven't come all the way in. JW's behind them. He's caught them out. JW has 1. He may get more. He looks toward the pit. Can he get more? He does. Absolutely crucial. Great rotation from JW. Forrest goes down, and Freiburg drops immediately after. Fnatic claw back into a round that NIP potentially had. As he picks up 2 as he gets Freiburg as well. Make it 3. Alu drops. That's a lot. That's the big thing. 600 times 3. You're looking at $1,800 just went his way. Not only paid off the gun, but gets a little bank for it as well.
Yeah, pretty good profit for that purchase, I would say. And a clean round from Fnatic, really. Didn't drop a player, I believe. And now NIP on the buy on the 3rd. They have enough smokes for an execution. Let's see what they're going to be doing. Are they going to be doing a slow, just a mid-pick type of play, or are they just going to try and do a execution right off the bat? Seems like it's going to be a pretty slow play here, though, from NIP.
Yeah, Forrest looking out toward Squeaky, which doesn't squeak, but it is blue. That's why I've called it Blue Door in the past. The Europeans used to hate that. North America, that's what we always called it.
The Blue Door?
Yeah, we just called it Blue Door. Simple as that. Now he'll get the defuse. It's all over. NIP are going to take this 3rd map and get the 2-1 lead in the series. Fnatic on cash. It's been a map that's been so good for them. They never get that double op going, and NIP's CT side looks strong.
Yeah. Surprisingly strong, to be honest with you. For me, I felt like I said, their T side has been better than their CT. But as long as their opponent's name is not Envy, they seem to be
that's the big thing. That's a huge aspect of it. I mean, Envy's got their number right now, but right there, they played it very well. They got those 6 rounds we talked about, or pardon me, 7 rounds we talked about that they would get. We'd split the half at their T side, and it came late. They started reading well. They started getting the early picks. Specifically, Alu was excellent on the T side.
He was really important. He did he did most of the work for NIP from my perspective, both sides. He got a lot of early kills on T side, made the openings for NIP to work with. The same with CT side, getting 2, even 3 kills before Fnatic could do it.
They don't realize it, and it's actually going to be JW. Oh, just barely hits the shot. That was awkward. And it could have gone back to get right so quickly. Forrest does catch Prinex, but Krims is going to go ahead and catch out Exist just as quickly. So all kinds of timing going backwards for all sorts of players right now. And Forrest is the last that's left. And that means Fnatic will get this bomb plant. This should go one more round because Forrest is only on 15 HP. And Forrest is already spotted as well. Does do decent damage onto JW, but he won't even stick around. No point to take the fight. They've got the bomb down. He'll fade on the top of the highway.
Some other situation life for NIP. Yep.
Yeah, it's quite good. It's still 12-6 for Freiburg. 7-8 for Get Right. 9-4 Alu. Resistant Force, the only broke players, but they'll still be able to get guns on behalf of their teammates. This round's still not done, as Force does come in and get one more.
Get that sneaky kill. I think there was a pop flash that went in, but they missed out on the T pushing in. And yeah, just a good entry from NIP. And a very important one as well. They're now in the 4-1 situation, and now this is the classic situation of where NIP needs to string together rounds, especially with Fnatic's economy being in a really good state at this point, really.
And it's a bit scary right now because Olaf does have this op. They don't have two, so they won't run it on either side. He's going to leave him in the middle, but they're going for this boost, and Flush is there to support, so they need to get the first kill here if they're going to want to take this mid in this fashion.
Seems like NIP was waiting to get those Molotovs out from Fnatic. So they're just going to wait again. They're going to pull Flash again, probably trying for that mid pick.
Flusha gets the first, so they don't find it. Alu's the one that drops. JW again on catwalk at A. Tries to fire away out towards Squeaky Forest.
In the early round. Although, you got to remember that round where Freiburg just got those 3 nutty kills with the MP9. The advantage was definitely on Fnatic's favor. So, Fnatic has been, or was, really good on the early round. Crims got those 2 kills. He got that kill from Door and the other kill with the nade from Door. And it looked really good for them. So, you know, don't ride Fnatic out just yet. NIP is looking strong at this point, but Fnatic also, they got their T-play going as well. So, I'm predicting this is gonna go down the wire.
And there will be smokes off on the big garage. We only see Alu on a single op. He's at mid. He is waiting. Forrest is up toward Checker. They haven't boosted him inside vent, though, so no quick rotation back to middle for him. Means Get Right has to be careful as he's supporting Exist right now in A. But if Alu goes down... Okay, well, never mind. It's going to be the opposite approach. Oh, or is it? Forrest looked like he was going to go back toward mid. He's actually just going to go heavy. He drops. So he's just rotating back and forth, trying to get information.
Yep. Fnatic here trying to get those picks on A. Crim's doing an excellent job on Door again. But here we have Exist and Alu just retaliating on those kills.
But there's the mid. They've opened it up. Exist knows he's got company on both sides. Freiburg needs to come through now. Does flash in brilliantly, but Flusha still gets him. Turns away from it. And as JW takes down Exist, A is open. Alu's got to hold this all by his lonesome. Force still late coming out of B. Bomb will go down. Flusha at mid is going to rotate the long way over to A main to help control this post plant. That gives NIP an early chance to come into the site, and they don't want it. Or do they? Forrest gets back to mid. It looked like they were going to fade off. Alu's still looking for the shot. If Flusha peaks, he'll go down early to this op, and Forrest is just now getting on the highway.
Yeah, problem is they didn't have the knowledge. We do. So, rotated away from B, giving that entry into the site free for NIP. They're going to get the bomb down. They're going to get the optimal plant for going into the vent room. It's going to be a rough retag.
And Fnatic still think this is A.
Yeah.
They're smoking and flashing, and they're going to realize late that they're not there. For whatever reason, no smokes, nothing. There was no read on that. They just gambled and guessed entirely wrong. So I'm not sure if Flusha, who was the late man rotating out of B, called he didn't see anything. That might have been a missed call on his part. Nonetheless, NIP now have a 2-on-2 post plant with about 10 seconds to their advantage. Flusha's going to man it up, though. He wants to go directly in. Alu's already found Crims, and it's going to have to be Alu double because he's got the op up close, and he does do it. Wow. Flusha drops.
Great
immediately shot in the face up close. That op wins the battle, and Alu had to come up huge there. And NIP now have 2.
Yeah, just great shots from Alu there, showing off why he's playing for NIP. He is one of the fastest strategical approach.
Well, NIP's found an opening because JW... Okay, never mind. I take it all back. They completely get annihilated walking into the site. Flusha does massive damage. 1 with the Molotov, 2 with the gun. 6 to Fnatic, only 1 for NIP. And it looked like they had an opening because they got aggressive on A main, got caught out, and they tried to rush into the site, but the rotations came out so quickly for Fnatic that even with the pistols, they couldn't get in and secure the position.
Yeah, and now we see NIP back on the buy. They got 4 smokes to work with, a Molotov, a few flashes. Seems like they're opting to go towards that middle. Straight up playing.
And they need to win this middle. They got JW. Now they have a chance to. Olaf's still got the op out. He's over toward B. He's actually aggressively at B. He's up toward the front side of tunnels, over toward Toxic. So if they don't check this off, he can catch them inside that connector. As Pronex is still fading off of A. He wants to try...
Middle, they try to push B. Especially when they're down in numbers, you really need to find that map control, and they try to push it to NIP. Unable to do so, though. Just NIP guys just getting those kills where the situation was 50-50. And just great play from Alu there. And NIP in general, and I think this round here is going to be a force buy for Fnatic. It's going to be quite a broken one. They have an AK, they have a scout, but then 5.7s and CZs to go with that. These are actually these are the type of rounds that are really hard to play against as well. Like, it's really hard to read when you're a T and you're playing against a force buy CT. It's actually very dangerous at times.
Fnatic want to go for this counter boost. Crims is going to go ahead. put JW up and over, and this is where they got caught off so many times in the past, and it's Alu to drop. He's already behind them. They have no idea he's there. Exist. You need to turn around now because Forrest has already cleared out A. You just have to worry about this flank, and JW falls.
Player who can really do that, those kind of gaps on the CT defense with that off play, and just individual effort for Alu really putting that number 5 round on NIP's board at this point, and a very important round of that too. Like I said, I feel like they got to be at least at that 6 mark to have a cute chance here on cash. That's gonna force Fnatic actually on a save. So
yeah, just Crims with that AK.
Yep.
Okay, so they're actually going to force out around it.
They are.
They are. So they're going to go quite empty-handed around it as well. Not a lot of nades. Olaf goes straight for armor and the FAMAS. That was dropped over by Crims. Flush is going to go with the head armor. Does at least have a smoke and 1 nade.
It's a reasonable buy.
Yeah, it's a decent force. But again, Alu, there it is. That's exactly what NIP needed from him as he gets another opening kill. That's Crims to drop. This forces the defense to readjust. Pronax back down highway. Limits Jade. That's going to catch out Alu. So they've got the man advantage on this gun round. Exist does swap away from his MP7. Goes on to the M4. I was about to say AK, but M4. His teammate had dropped, and Freiburg, maybe the MP7 is the way to go. Picks up 2, make it 3. Unbelievable movement speed, all 3 down. This shuts off everyone. The bombs drop, and he'll switch to the AK for the final kill. Get out of dodge, just use the MP7. Another huge triple.
Nice play from Freiburg, but should that really be possible?
Oh man, I just keep it moving left to right. It's a Tech 9 with a lot faster firing rate.
And I'm sure we haven't even seen the tip of the ice yet on this.
Oh no, I mean this is only going to get exploited more and more. Yeah, the question is, I mean, how bad is it really? We're only seeing the start of it, like you say. Is Volvo going to jump in sooner? They want more information on it. That's the question. But nonetheless, Ninjas in Pyjamas get all 3 rounds, and because of the early buy, they may get a 4th SM on their CT side. So we've got the double op set up from Fnatic, 1 on each site with a 3-stack mid for the play for the quick rotations, play to limit the offense on how much movement they have around the map. Then you have Titan, who plays Apex solo mid with just a rifle, and he's brilliant at it.
Yep.
He falls, he rotates up highway, he comes back around into the Z connector. They think he's left mid, he suddenly shows up. He was awesome at Star Ladder. He actually reinvented the meta to me in a lot of ways, and he's the only one that plays it that way. And then you get Kerrigan, who plays it directly with the op. Even when they run the double op, they still leave 1 in mid. There's like 4 different ways to play the CT side of this map, and that's just a matter of teams figuring out what their style is. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's one of my favorites, because there's just such a variety right now.
Definitely. And one thing we've noticed a lot of teams do, they play solo B. So is that something we're going to see in the future? Are teams going to start using that as an advantage on T side? Because a lot of teams really just rely on that one person playing B side.
And the big thing is, if you are going to play that one on B side, you have to control mid to get to vents. Because if you give up vents with only 1 there, you're going to have to play for a retake.
You're going to be in a lot of trouble.
But we are underway. It was Fnatic who took that knife, so they will start out CT. And in fact, Ninjas in Pyjamas are going to head down in toward this squeaky door. But there's already 3 players. Okay, so 2 players in the side, a 3rd close by. That's Flusha, but 3 players on the A side. They'll smoke off either side. Get Right wants to go all the way around. They're going to try and find Pronax. They haven't spotted him just yet. Freiburg does just a slight gap in the smoke and an easy shot. But Crims does come back. That's Exist to drop. And Crims stays alive, so staying efficient. Waits for these rotations. Bomb does go down. Olaf finds Get Right top of the forklift. And what is going on? How do they find more? Olaf changes his sights. Forrest drops, and Freiburg's out of it. They'll get this defuse, and Fnatic had no business winning that round.
Well, it looked like a definite NIP round, just looking at it early on. I think they got the first 2 kills. Just turned all the way around for Grims and Allmeister. Just great pistol play, basically. Just came down to it, just shooting their shots with the P2000 and the USB.
So great retake. Olaf, that double kill was massive because Get Right went down immediately. Again, he used the smoke gap to his advantage. Took out the backside of the site. They all showed up, and here we go. We're going to get some SMGs out.
NIP opting to go on a save round. They're going for a third round buy probably.
Well, that's the thing. They did get that bomb plant down, so they have a chance to do it.
Yep. They didn't force it up this time. They just bought some pistols, and that's about it. They're hoping for a few kills and boosting up here in the middle. So that's the most they're going to be hoping for.
MP9 for Olaf Meister right now. JW does get the early kills, both of them, in fact. That's Exist and Get Right. That's with the M4. But now we'll see the MP7 come out from Pronax. IP, he is on the highway, tries to get some shots into Crim. It's not going to happen. No one even dying for Fnatic.
Yeah, I felt like NIP just took way too much time without doing anything whatsoever and gave Fnatic a lot of ground. And Fnatic is the type of team, when you do give them that ground, they're going to utilize it. And like we saw, JW pushed up on that A main. Getting those 2 pick kills was basically what sealed the deal already. And I mean, NIP, they need to build and take ground on the map before doing any executions, because Fnatic, they're just gonna tear you apart if you're just gonna be holding back and do nothing.
And that's one of the things that Envious used to their advantage. How NIP never really got set up early. They caught them out so many times, and it seems like indecision right now. So Exist needs to rein in the troops, get them back together here. They are going to go for this boost one more time. It's Alu puts up Get Right this time. Alu's going to keep the bomb, head toward A main.
It seems like they're going to be setting up for some sort of smokes for A, and it's going to be a straight up play on A from the looks of things.
So smokes go over. JW gets aggressive, caught out though, so this is actually an opening for NIP. They might be able to push inside the site. Olaf's already there, but he's smoked off backside of truck, and an IP need to get in now. They need this entry. Pronax on the backside of that smoke. Forest not looking, but they can't see each other. They're basically holding hands as Exist will take down Olaf, and Crims has shown up. That's your bomb down. Forest does respond. He needs to hear him. He hears him jump. He does hear him just in time. Pronax gets caught out. That could have been very scary for NIP. Flusha's still coming around, but he's all that's left. He does get the kill. How does he do it? He gets 2 in a row. And luckily, Get Right keeps composure. So Forest with 3. Get Right closes the round, and now NIP have at least 1 on the scoreboard to go their way.
Yeah, it could have been a lot tougher for an IP if had JW got that kill on door when he tried to push it. And
did take a heck of a lot of damage, and there it is. The op from Olaf takes Freiburg. So defensive op comes out for him. We thought it would be JW to go to it first. He's going to keep the rifle, and he's using it to great effect so far. Exist goes down as well, and Flusha finds Get Right. It's all Forest that's left, and he's caught out. As Flusha pushes forward to get the information, and right back, they come away with another round, and NIP.
Tricky situation for
pistols.
them. Yeah, it's a tricky situation for them. I think the thing is right now, NIP is just running into the crosshairs of Fnatic so far. They're not utilizing smokes and flashes or Molotovs to take off ground from Fnatic, and you know Fnatic is just gonna say thank you and pick up those kills clean and easy. And right now, NIP, they are lacking composure here from my point of view, and I think they need to be more. I think they just need more strategy in their play. They are very straight up, but need to be more with this.
Enjoying, but they don't have a direct call yet. They don't have a full read, and Olaf does catch Exist. There's the kill. Very aggressive op play from him this side on the defense. As Freiburg is up close to these vents, Get Right comes back though, catches Olaf as he tries to go further, tries to get behind. Pronax does get dropped, gets traded, but Crims is right there, same position, same angle, and Freiburg's not expecting company, so now it's down to 2-on-2, and NIP looked like they had a chance to split B through vents. They didn't take it. Alu's over at A main trying to find this information. Get Right's going to go through. He's actually... No, he didn't. Okay, I thought he dropped out the backside of the vents. He did not, so he can still go back for this bomb. If he had dropped, that means Alu is forced to come back and pick up the bomb for them, and it limits them to just a B take. They are going to go B anyway, but at least they left the option open.
Yep, they did. And the trade kills so far have been favoring Fnatic, but now in a 2-on-2 situation, it's turned out that the NIP here walking, they're going to be having that 2-on-1 advantage. At the same time, actually, Flusha has cutting that off.
I mean, we're 9 rounds in. He's done it 3 times now. They're going to be looking for it. It worked 1 round, but he's been caught the other 2. Olaf this time does go back into Forest, and he's going to get more. Alu up above, caught off entirely. Partially blind, doesn't even see the shot coming, but NIP's clawed back. Freiburg does get Olaf Meister, and it's all Crims that's left. They know exactly where he is. They get the shot. Exist gets it. No post-plant money for him. He won't get the extra $300, but they get the 3rd round.
Yeah. Now they have now they're dictating the economic situation as well, the money situation, and Fnatic is gonna be forced to savior at this point. NIP, this round was very huge in terms of how this half is gonna run out, because had Fnatic won it, NIP would have been in deep trouble with money. Maybe Fnatic could have run away with it, but now at this point, this is one of those situations where NIP has like a really good chance on making a good T half.
Freiburg opens up again. This is good. If NIP can get these early kills, we saw what a difference it made on a map like Inferno. It also made things close on their T side on Cobble. Flusha answers it back. The pistol comes out. There's 2 more for Nip, though. They're working this anti-eco now quite efficiently, as it's only 1 Fnatic player left in the form of JW, and they've got 2 ops. They've recovered them.
Yep.
This is quite scary if NIP can get their 4th round already with only the 10th round underway. JW does stop exist, though. That was your bomb, so it's dropped inside sight. JW might try to push forward and get this rifle, but he can't. NIP's already in on top of him. They're going to get this kill. They're going to swarm him, or will they? Get right, or pardon me, Freiberg, down to 2 HP. This time, Get Right will get this post plant. No, he doesn't. Doesn't get the extra 300, and it's those small gains. He's got to be careful in this position, because if he gives up a rifle that far in, Nip could use it to their advantage, but he's not going to fall. He actually gets Forrest in the end. Now it's Pronax just to do the damage out toward long. Team kill. Nice nade, Grims. Unfortunately, Pronax
Here comes the boom.
gets caught by it. He makes up for it, but Fnatic.
Another showcase of JW only type of things that just happened there. He was playing very aggressively towards Squeaky Door and A main. Got the kill on Squeaky, and then just runs in with his pistol through a smoke to A main to get that 2nd kill as well. I mean, that's just a JW classic right there. But at this point, NIP really need to pick it up. I feel like they need to get around that 6 mark at least to have a fighting chance here, because I feel like their T side is more efficient than their CT.
Alu opens up with 2. W to be alone today. Flusha has to rotate. Pronax, or pardon me, Olafmeister, though, is aggressive in the B tunnels. Already pushed up behind the box, but Forrest wants more at mid. Over the top he goes. Fires through the smoke. Does catch JW. Saw his head just above it. Went for that crouch shot, and there it is. Olaf. I said he was up close, and he's too close for Get Right's comfort. Takes him down, and Alu has to fall back. Does have this op up close. Catches Olaf, who thought it was going to be easy. It's not, and it's all on Flusha. We're going to see this 9-6. But Flusha has his way. Bomb does go down. He does have this AK to work with. Tries to peek out from that Z connector. But time ticking away on this bomb, and Flusha's just going to play for exits. Falls inside CT, and
Yep.
NIP late in the half have made an excellent push.
Yeah, for sure. That was just, again, Alo doing a lot of work, getting that early pick on B, playing a huge deal. I do agree with the play that Fnatic did. They stacked
Deep in the corner. Does take a little bit of damage. Flashing himself in. Gets caught. Now they have a chance to go back for this bomb, but they don't even need to. They're going to catch out on Flusha coming around Truck, and we have an 8-7 half. We talked about it. This is a T-sided team, and whoever gives up the most CT-sided rounds is going to lose. Nip comes in late. It didn't look great for them at the start, but now they're in great position to take over this map.
Yeah, it took him like, what, 3 rounds to get more than 1 or 2 kills on
right.
the board. And they come up with 7 rounds total on T side. That was a good way to pick it up in the later rounds, definitely.
And the more impressive part about that is, like you said, I think it was actually only 2 kills in the first 4 rounds that they had, but something along those lines, regardless. That meant the economy was just getting out of control early for Fnatic. So even though they got that first gun round, they still had, I think it was a buy and another force to come out from Fnatic after that they had to contend with. It wasn't like it was easy to get Fnatic away from those guns, and they did it. They managed it either way.
Yeah, and it started off with later on the rounds on T side, they did some A pushes that worked out pretty well for them. They managed to neutralize those early pushes that JW like to do on door and A main. They just, I think 7 rounds, they could be happy with that. I'm sure they'll be fine with this.
So Fnatic have 2 Tech 9s up. They do go for a P250 on JW. They're going to go for the smoke over. They've already got smokes countering them off at the A main push, though. That's Get Right up close. Forrest is there as well, but look at the amount of smokes on the site. There is no vision. Somehow Alu just fires at the doorway, catches JW through it regardless. A little bit of luck on his side that time. Red Bull gives you wings. I didn't know it gave you magic as well, but Get Right's going to take down Pronax. That means they've got a full 3-man advantage, although Forrest is very low. Only 1 HP for him. Alu does catch Olaf. They've managed to get this bomb down, so money will go the way of Fnatic. And that's all they're going to get. Get Right closes it off. The Swedish Julies, oh, so strong.
Yeah. It was a nice try from Fnatic. I think the whole plan was good, and they even got the bomb down, which is very common on the A side on Cash, but just those shots that you saw Alo just shooting through the smoke and the door to getting that early pick. When that type of things happen, it's going to be pretty hard for you to win in rounds, I should say. 8-8 scoreline, though, and Fnatic, they're opting to a similar thing that that NIP did. They're not going to be buying on the second round. They're going to be sitting for a third round buy.
And we're going to see MP7s come out for all of Freiburg, Exist, and Forest. But we are going to see 2 M4s to complement them. And Get Right's one of them, Alu the other.
And as you can notice, Get Right and Alu, both who have been playing with the Silenced cult, have actually swapped up to the non-Silenced cult now with the change that happened, or the update that happened before.
And they want mid-presence. Fnatic's going to get it. Forest drops down. Can they get this SMG? It's going to be held by Get Right. He's got one. He's running out of ammo, but he finds third. How did he get that third one? Lucky headshot? No. Spray control of a master. Get Right gets away with 3 on the last 2 bullets of the clip, and that stops Fnatic in their tracks. They get that. They get that rifle and the SMG. They might have a chance to open one of the sites, but huge play, Get Right.
Forrest got caught up there. I think he got overconfident just running around in middle with that MP9. Got totally caught up by all 5 Fnatic members, but then Get Right came in from connector and just mowed him down together with Alu, I believe it was. So now we got the first buy round here. Seems Fnatic has all the equipment they need. See how they work it out for them.
Trade off early, though. Fnatic back into it. This Nate Prims
Hello.
opens the door. Alu drops. Nice shot from the Deagle.
Bigaboo.
Hello, hello, sir. But NIP still do have the guns to work with. If they can avoid this anti-eco as well, they're going to be on 11 already. Like I say, Fnatic went for that early buy. Nade's going to go out preemptively on top of that boost. Actually does massive damage onto JW. Crim's even further down low. He's on 14. Forrest catches out Pronax, and it's switching back the way of NIP as Exist is also going to find Crim's. Spots his head waiting to try and fall over middle. He's not done. He knows there's more in that angle. Get Right's going to spam. His control is utterly insane. He catches Olaf in the doorway. Forrest finds another, and it's all Flusha that's left.
Yep. Then he is really the best he can hope for is a kill here, which he does not get. And NIP looking really strong in the. Had they knew it, they would have pushed it early.
And he hears him, but Alu catches him. He catches Pronax. That looked like an easy kill. Flush is low on HP, but the time's expiring, as is Alu. He's still on this op. He knows he's going to be peeking out, and Flush at times it to perfection. Fnatic have a gun round on our T side. And they'll climb to 9. It's 2-round spread.
Yep. But we're still going to have NIP buy here, and Fnatic is going to have to invest all their bank on this round. So should NIP pick this up, it would be hard for Fnatic, but at the same time, Fnatic they've been doing a good job so far. They really traded well. They got that mid. The Crim's getting that kill on door, always crucial. Getting those trade kills going on, that's going to open gaps on the map, and Fnatic doing a good job in utilizing that, pushing that middle for A. Alu though, coming again, huge. He's getting a.
As Olaf is going to fall back away, and Get Right has to find these kills quickly. He needs to be able to get these shots, and those smokes held him out for long enough. There it is, the first on Crims. They're going to try and find more. Freiburg catches Flusha. That's your lurk player, and Alu needs to be aware of this boost. Can he spot his head? They don't jump it up, so he won't, but he does catch him leaning over.
Nice play from NIP.
Onto the backside. Yeah, great retake, but Fnatic do get a bomb plant. Nonetheless, we're going to be on match point on this CT side, and again, it's the CT side that's been the difference.
Yeah, getting that flank kill. Freiburg got the kill. Whoever was flanking in the middle was key. And Alu's patient play coming from car to the electric box and just holding the triple box and new boxes all the way back on the A site. Getting delayed kills. Those type of things. They just were very really methodical on the retake and not rushing it. Just took it easy and worked it out. Great play from NIP, and they are poised to win this map at this point.
Flusha, though, does catch out Freiburg early. Exist tries to spam through the smoke, and as he falls back, Flusha tries to come in on top of him. Ends up going the way of Exist. So he falls to Generator. Still has support to his right side in Forest. As Get Right and Alu are split all the way over to the A site. So mid's open. JW is looking in that direction right now. They might be able to try and force a split because there won't be a quick rotation back onto A side as Exist and Force, like I mentioned, deep inside B. But JW is lurking out. Alu trades off. Crims gets back into him after he takes down Olaf. They'll go back for the bomb. Crims will grab it. It's at the big garage.
I think it's almost insane how many trade kills we see in this match. It's just all the time. One team getting a kill, another team returning that kill.
Get
constantly.
Right Has to be careful, and he knows the timing. He knows they're not at aiming, but he looks away at the wrong time. JW is behind him. They're both looking the wrong way. A little bit of time. It's dissipated, though. It's gone. As Alu falls back to mid, he'll use the smoke now there. So even though they've got the early advantage and have split the defense, they don't have a lot of vision or information on Fnatic's side, and Flusha gets caught. Freiburg pushes forward, gets not only information, but the kill. This evens it back up, and they'll go back to A as a result. Alu needs to read it. They do throw out the wall of smoke to make them think they're going to split onto the vents, but Alu reads it. He's already over there. Get Right's with him. They've got to hold this. Get Right's flashed off. He's stuck in the corner. Alu gets JW on the way in. Will it be more? Get Right finds one. Olaf comes around. That's Alu down, and Get Right's so low, he's also going to get caught by Olaf as he realizes he hasn't popped out on the left side. He's got to be over to the right, and that's exactly where he runs. Exists, though, will catch him on the retake, and it's all up to Crims. Gets the first excellent peek out, immediate shot into Freiburg, and it's a one-on-one. Exist needs to win this to get this map done and over with, and is he going to? Yes, he gets the shot.